Hi, good evening, everyone. It's Eric here, live edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Thought we'd do it live this evening since we have some interesting weather going on across the region. As expected, our snow shower activity starting to ramp up a little bit, even though it's having a hard time sticking with temperatures generally above freezing here at 7:38. That'll change as we go into the overnight hours tonight. Let's start with a live look at Storm Tracker 21. Here at 7:37 this evening, scattered light snow showers around. For the most part, this is nothing to write home about just yet. Some light snow in a lot of Trumbull County this evening, including the Warren area, heading over towards Newton Falls along 422. We've got some light snow there. Over in Mercer County, the snow is steadiest and heaviest in the eastern part of the county right now, around the I-79 corridor, but even that isn't all that heavy. Not much going on in Mahoning County right now, and we have one band of light snow shower activity stretching along Route 30 from the Minerva area right through Hanoverton and then heading over towards Calcutta and over into Beaver County in PA. We've got a couple of things going on this evening. We have lake effect, which is trying to really get better organized. We also have kind of a separate disturbance in the atmosphere that's rolling through the region. That's why you're seeing snow showers all the way down into southern Ohio. This, of course, is not lake effect, but that disturbance is sparking scattered snow showers, localized whiteouts down in the southern part of Ohio, south of I-70 right now. Up near the lake, as the lake effect continues to get better organized, some moderate snow around the Cleveland area and heading into the western suburbs of Cleveland. And as we go into the night tonight, I'm expecting this to become more and more organized and pronounced. Lake effect snow advisories from the National Weather Service for Trumbull and Mercer counties. It's a lake effect snow warning in Geauga County, and then heading over into Crawford County in PA, but a lake effect snow advisory for the two counties in our viewing area, Trumbull and Mercer. All right, that was what's going on right now. What about the future? Well, here's our high-resolution futurecast model showing us what the radar should, generally speaking, look like as we go into the overnight tonight. We are looking at an increase in snow shower activity, I think, as we head towards 9, 10 o'clock this evening. And it'll come and go all night. There's going to be times tonight, kind of like right now, where it's not doing a whole lot, and even if it's snowing, it's pretty light. This isn't going to be an all-night heavy snow event by any stretch of the imagination. As you can see, our model is not particularly impressive looking here at 1 and 2 in the morning. And then as we go through the overnight, again, what you see is what you get. Snow showers, flurries, they'll come and go just about all night and into the first half of the day tomorrow. As we get into the daylight hours tomorrow, notice temperatures tomorrow hardly move. I mean, we might rise a degree or two tomorrow. That's about it. The snow showers most numerous during the daylight hours tomorrow in Trumbull and Mercer counties. The farther south you go, the fewer of these there'll be. Now, you can still see some snowflakes here and there in Lisbon and Salem and Hanoverton and Salineville and East Palestine, etc. You're just not going to see as many as your neighbors to the north. And again, that's the case all morning into the afternoon. And by tomorrow evening, while there could still be some residual flurries, I think this is generally starting to wind down as we go into the evening tomorrow and the lake effect, the processes become, it becomes a little harder for those processes to continue producing lake effect snow bands. So that's the way Friday looks. Now here's what we've done with the snow map. Out of our viewing area, that's where the bullseye will be, from Geauga County through parts of Ashtabula County, heading over into Crawford County, PA, parts of southwest New York will do really well with this. As we look at our proper viewing area here, pretty typical lake effect looking map here. You know, there could be 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 inches from Mespo over to Mecca, Kinsman, Greenville, Sandy Lake area, New Lebanon, maybe down towards Mercer, but a lot of people in our viewing area are going to be in this lighter blue category, which is 1 to 3 inches, and that's the northern half of Mahoning County, roughly from 224 north, southern tier of Trumbull, southwestern part of Mercer, a lot of Lawrence, 1, 2, 3 inches. Now, again, 1 to 3 doesn't mean 3. I say this a lot when we put out snow maps at this time of year. People like to look at the higher number, especially if you like snow. But 1 to 3 in this case certainly means your odds of getting 1 are just as good, if not better, than getting 3. And then in the gray area here from roughly 224 south down towards Route 30 and even farther south than that, you might see up to 1 inch. Could some stray band decide to park over one area for a little bit and give someone 1.5 inches or 2 inches? I can't rule that out, but that'll be the exception, not the rule. Most of that gray area in Columbiana County, southern Mahoning County will be more in the coating to an inch range. Gonna take a sneak peek at my comments here. Susan says, thanks for the update. You're welcome, Susan. Jamie in the Sharon and Hermitage area says roads are covered a little bit and slippery. Says there was some grapple. Yeah, the snowflakes so far have been almost like little pellets. Not big, beautiful snowflakes by any stretch. More the kind of snowflakes that ping off your windshield as you're driving along. The nature of the snowflakes will change overnight. It'll become a little bit more of a fluffier snow, if you will, as we go past 10, 11 o'clock this evening into the overnight hours as well. So thanks for checking in with the comments on Facebook. Keep them coming. I'll try to get to as many as I can in this video. All right, however much snow you get tonight and tomorrow, everyone's going to be cold tomorrow, that's for sure. Not sure why some of my data is missing on this map, but wind chills tomorrow, those are the numbers that are on the map. Wind chills no better than the mid-teens tomorrow. Air temperatures no better than the mid-20s. And the wind tomorrow will be sustained between 15 and 20 miles per hour as an average, but there'll be occasional gusts maybe to 25 or 30. So pretty nasty day to be outside for tomorrow. We've had colder days so far this winter, and we'll certainly have colder days before the winter is through. But it's been a little warmer recently, so tomorrow, the wind is going to be a real slap in the face for your Friday. All right, New Year's holiday weekend coming up. The flurry shut down tomorrow evening. So going to the day on Saturday, we can start the day with a little filtered sun, a little, like I say sometimes, milky sunshine. That sort of sky is particularly common at this time of the year, with a lot of high clouds and a low sun angle. Sometimes the sun just looks kind of diffuse in the sky. You can kind of see it trying to peek through the clouds, but that'll be the kind of sky we might have for a little while Saturday morning. But then it just turns slate gray overcast by the afternoon on New Year's Eve day. Now, as we go towards late afternoon and evening, right around maybe 3, 4, 5 o'clock, we'll start to see some precipitation pulling in, and this may come in a variety of precipitation types. We might see some wet snow. There could be some rain mixed in. Even if it just stays wet snow, don't think this is going to be a high-impact deal. I do think that roads, sidewalks will be primarily wet Saturday evening. If you're coming down to a first night Youngstown, umbrella, not a bad idea. It can be snowing a little bit, maybe a few raindrops, but don't think the snow is going to cause travel problems. And then by Sunday, New Year's Day, we're going to ring in the new year on a pretty nice note with high pressure in command on Sunday. We'll see partly to at times mostly sunny sky on Sunday. Let's see if I can bring up some of my comments here. How much snow will fall in Sharon? I just showed the snow map a second ago in this video. Dave, we're talking an average of 1 to 3 inches between now and tomorrow. When do you expect the most snow in Greenville? Ryan asks. Tonight, tomorrow morning, and then by tomorrow afternoon, the snow showers become a little less numerous in the entire viewing area, including northern parts of Mercer County. All right, so again, the weekend, little damp weather Saturday afternoon and evening with some wet snow and a little bit of rain. Sunday looks pretty good for New Year's Day. Again, as far as the impacts go with Saturday afternoon and evening, I put low to moderate here for the wind. It's going to be a blustery day Saturday. It's not going to be as cold as tomorrow. Temperatures will get above freezing on Saturday, but the wind will make it feel a little colder. And your midnight weather, as we ring in the new year, it's probably going to be around freezing, 32 degrees or so, and wind chills upper 20s. We've certainly had colder New Year's Eves into New Year's Day here in the Valley. All right, so Happy New Year, Sunday. Again, nice day. We'll make a run at 40 by the end of the day. Actually, a pretty good looking start to the new year. Beyond that, it's actually going to warm up pretty significantly early next week. As we look at the jet stream here, notice what happens here by early next week. We start to see a trough in the west. That's where the lines are kind of dipping, and then a ridge in the east. And so we're going to warm up significantly for a couple of days, Monday and especially Tuesday. And then things start to change again towards the end of next week. And just about the entire lower 48 states will be covered by this big, broad trough. A lot of cold Canadian, even Arctic air, spilling down into the lower 48. The only place to really escape winter's wrath next week is South Florida. North Florida will be cold, but South Florida is literally the only place in the lower 48 that is likely to have above average temperatures late next weekend and next weekend. The rest of the lower 48 will be colder than average. So pretty significant cold air mass coming our way. As far as the numbers go, here's our one of our models, the European model, showing that big warm up Early next week, we could hit 56, 57 on Tuesday. The record's in the lower 60s. But then our transition day is Wednesday. Wednesday could be a day where temperatures actually fall all day after a morning high in the upper 30s to around 40. And then a few days in the 20s looks pretty likely. End of next week into early next weekend. So typical January weather is going to set in as we go into the longer range here, kind of in the 6 to 10 day period. How long does it stick around? That's a question that we're not 100% confident in just yet. Actually grabbed the wrong map there, so I apologize for that. What I wanted to show you was that beyond this period, this kind of cold period at the end of next week and next weekend, some of the modeling is trying to show more tolerable temperatures returning in a couple of weeks. So we might have to get through a pretty cold period here, but there's some doubt as to how long that cold snap will last. Will it be a couple of days or will it be more like a week? That remains to be seen. All right, so I'll do one more quick review here of the radar before we go tonight on this live edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Getting some questions about how much snow in your location. I talked about it early in the video. Just go back and watch, and for those who are joining us a little late, I will go back and review real quickly the snowfall map here. Let me find it. Here's a look at our snow map for the viewing area. This is tonight into tomorrow. Coating to an inch or so for most places in southern Mahoning and Columbiana County, including the Calcutta area. You're in the 1 to maybe 2 or 3 zone, Youngstown and Boardman and Poland, Struthers, Camel, Girard, Niles, Hubbard, Hermitage, Sharon, Warren, Newcastle, New Wilmington, Grove City, and then 3 to maybe 4, 5, or 6 even in the usual places that get hit the hardest in lake effect. We're talking northern Trumbull and the northeastern half of Mercer County, I should say, and those are the locations that are under the lake effect snow advisory put out by the National Weather Service, Trumbull and Mercer County. So one more quick look at the radar here at 7:50 this evening. Most of this is pretty light. Already some candy coatings here and there, but we'll continue to see these increasing in coverage and in some cases increasing in intensity as we go through the night tonight. Conditions can change rapidly over a short geographical area or zone. You can go from the weather being pretty good to all of a sudden you're in a harder snow squall and the visibility drops. It'll also turn windy again tonight into tomorrow, so whatever snow is sitting on the ground can blow around, further reducing the visibility. So just be prepared for changeable conditions over the next 24 hours or so. This is not going to be a huge snowfall for our viewing area, but it will be enough that there can be impacts that are significant depending on where you are at what time and where the bands decide to meander. So, this is lake effect. It tends to be a little fickle, a little hard to predict exactly where the heaviest snow will be more than a half an hour ahead of time. That's just the way lake effect goes. Thanks for watching this live edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, everyone. I will put this on YouTube. You can watch it there if you missed the entire video. You can catch the entire video on my Facebook page as well. Once I stop streaming, it'll take a couple of seconds, but the full video, you'll be able to rewind and everything. You'll be able to watch it on my Facebook page throughout the evening. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11 with another radar update, the 7-day forecast, and all sorts of other great stuff as we head towards the beginning of 2017. Have a great night, everyone.